We have questions from social media. Carl Monroe on Facebook. I've always wondered, is George Wallace your actual name?
Well, my real name is Henry Wallace. But when I got to California, Henry Wallace was taken in the Union. So I said, I tell you what, I'll take my dad's name, which is George Wallace. And at the time, there was a governor, George Wallace, racist down in Alabama. I said, I'll make George Wallace a good name.
But he turned into a good guy.
He turned into a good guy. Yes, he did.
Changed.
You'd be surprised when you get shot in the stomach what you do.
James tweets on Twitter, what other Georges do you want to give a shout to right now?
George Foreman, George Clinton, George Bush, my nephew George Wallace, all the Georges in the world.
George is an unusual name.
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
They named the baby George, you know, in England, the baby George, the first baby boy, George. I was over there in England when I went to see the Queen. They named the baby after me.
George Clooney.
George Clooney, go ahead.
Good guy.
George Gooseby. Keep going.
George Gooseby?
Well, just keep, you think of another George.
George Washington.
George Washington, that's good.
Okay.
What'd he do?
He do. A.J. Bullivant wants to know, how old do you feel?
That's a very good question because I feel 23, 28. That's what's good about my job. I love going to work, man. There's nothing like it. And you get high, and I get to meet new people, and it's about, like I said before, I get different type of people. I get young, old, black, white, hip-hop.
Are you married?
I'm not married. I'm single. Yes, I am married. I'm married to comedy. I'm married to...
Have you ever been married to a woman?
I have not been married to a woman.
Why not, George?
Because I haven't been married to a man.
You're not gay.
I'm not that, but there's nothing wrong with being it.
No.
Yeah. You got to be smart to be gay. You got to do a lot of stuff I can't do.
At Steve's NJ on Twitter, why would you make a good president?
I'd make a good president because I do simple things that people want done. I just make...
what would you do if you were president?
I'd do simple things like the DMV all over America. Why is there always a line at DMV? We could straighten that out. Simple things people want.
How do you end the line?
Hey, you open up a branch at Arby's. There's never a line at Arby's. There's a lot of things we could do. School teaching, education. Let me clear this up. This is not funny. Education is the number one thing I do. I hate it when I see states like I live in Las Vegas. They got casinos and they're making money on marijuana, more money than ever. And we have the second worst school system in the world, in the United States. So I think it's awful to have teachers spending money out of their pocket for school supplies. If you got a casino, if you got a casino making billions of dollars, they can support a school. And I think education should be number one, no matter what we do.
Well said. Humdinger22 on Twitter wants to know, how do you stay so relevant and funny? What keeps you going?
You got to watch people like Larry King. You got to watch all the news networks. You got to read every day. You got to be up on what's going on, the music and young people, and just be fair and be truthful. And you can lie every now and then. I do, you know, but
you lie a lot.
I lie. I love to lie. I love to lie. But make sure you have, like, did I tell you I was out of the country? I was in Cleveland. I was in Cleveland this morning. I fly Southwest, they stop everywhere.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.